All right. So, I just got off a call with Tasha and Mary, like our first empowerment call in the Gift Your Gift program. And I'm feeling buzzed, bro. Feeling channeled and like unblocked. So I want to take the time to record a video, sort of capturing my thoughts of a service project now that I have like some directive to work off of, and I wanted to set the mood. So I have in the background a live stream between Mark Rebier, Reggie Watts, and Flying Lotus. This is honestly like, yeah, the energy that I want to channel in this video. Like, 3 people that I've looked up to my whole life in terms of like various stages of my life, you know, of people that take the art of performing live music seriously but irreverently. Reggie with his like sort of like beatbox kind of impromptu like accent work, but also just like in the pocket. And then, you know, Mark has been like fucking crazy with going all over the world and just like being the funk nerdy super god that he is. But Flying Lotus, man, his DJ sets so channeled, bro. Like, he has like a whole sort of lineage with Alice Coltrane, very powerful jazz musician, you know, wife of John Coltrane, but like has her own sort of like spirituality arc, you know, in the oeuvre of her entire, you know, creative process. And you can definitely see that in like Flying Lotus's own like work with electronic music. So, you know, if I'm working off the shoulders of these giants, what can I do like with the person that I am now to provide, you know, something that I can be of service of to other people, you know? And I think a part of that is like empowering other people to be part of, you know, the creative process of music. If I were to be like solely directed, like there have been a couple projects that I've thought of where I can sort of facilitate that. One being like, you know, if I were to, I had this idea like not too long ago where like people just like, you know, hey, record 5 seconds of your favorite instrument, and then just like have like my mentions like be a bunch of like crazy ass people just like, you know, either fiddling about or like being go fucking full ass pro on their instrument of choice, and then just like putting it all together as like a sample and then like performing it live as like a sample pack for like whatever improvised track that would work. Or like on TikTok, like, you know, now that that medium is so focused on like music, and I've been sitting on it for like a while, but I think like I've been like really limited in my frame for like just recording covers on the platform. But, you know, like there are people that are legitimately like riffing off of each other, like with, I don't know, like the fact that you can splice audio and then save it and then have it be recorded to have like another TikTok on top, or even like duets and things like that. There's a lot of people like working in this space, you know, in music, and then just like doing that. Let's see, there are things in terms of like sounds that I want to experiment with. So I have like my acoustic mandolele, which is like an 8-string ukulele that I picked up in Singapore when I visited there back in, what is it, February? Yeah, February. So using that, so like really leaning to like that acoustic folk, like maybe like also reggae kind of stuff, you know, back at home, since like ukulele music. But I kind of want to experiment with like vocoder stuff too, like, you know, like one of my biggest influences is Daft Punk, and they go ham with like artificial like vocals, whether that may be augmented like through like a vocoder or using something like a talk box. Like, oh, I fucking love the talk box sound. Like, there's like a really interesting piece of gear that I want to purchase is something called the Electro Spit, which is basically the version of a talk box that, you know, normally you would need to have a wire, or not a wire, but a tube attached to your mouth, which basically makes your vocal cavity act as a resonator for whatever synth sound to be channeled through the tube, so that, you know, it can pick up and actually make like whatever vowels or like the concave part of your mouth, like, you know, shape the tone and the timbre of the synth, which is like, if you hear it, like, it's like indistinguishable. It's like if you listen to like 24K Magic, that's basically like a talk box in the beginning. So like what the Electro Spit does is that it basically has this fucking, looks like headphones, but you like put it like on your neck, and that acts as the resonator that like sort of supplies the synth sound and sort of like touches. I don't know how like it really works. I kind of like want to like reverse engineer it or whatever, but yeah, incorporate that somehow. Yeah. But okay, I sort of like digging too much into the details of like the technicality of like what I can bring into like a performance like this. But I think overall what I want to do is get into like other people to like take part, so like either like have their own setups or yeah. Okay, first I would want to think about like what are the sort of things that are stopping me from doing something like this, that I feel like just calling it out to see like any feedback on what I can do and why, like working around the things that I see as potential issues. So like if I were to facilitate a jam session online, for example, I feel like latency would be a huge problem, especially if it's like done like online. Like I've had online performances in the past like done through Zoom, and it sounds like shit when like things are like 500 milliseconds apart. So having the jam actually be facilitated like online would not probably be the best thing, but maybe just like using like the performance of other people's like recorded sort of instrumentals, and then just like having that come through, kind of like how Fred Again does like the, you know, samples of like their friends like doing vocals, like doing that. But you know, in any other like specific thing that they would want to sort of give me or whatever, yeah. In terms of output and having that be like a reasonable vector, like a body of work that like I feel like would set me up to do something like that, is yeah, like record a shit ton of different like styles and like improv things that, you know, little experiments. Because I think I've sort of implicitly pigeonholed myself to like go into like a very like moody, introspective like ukulele work. But no, dude, like I feel like leaning into like the abundant like I don't know, like burst of joy and like creative energy that like Mark does when he does his performances, and like really bringing that into focus, and just like whatever sort of like messages or like, you know, meaning to come through in that way. It's like, yeah, I think that speaks more to who I am and the kinds of energy that I want to see more of in like my own work and in other people's work. Like, dude, like, let's block the shit out of other people's like chakras and just be like, yes, go ape shit. I want you to go ape shit. Please just go fucking ape shit, bro. Like, yeah, like if I can do that for myself and I can give people the opportunity to do that, like, and oh shit, yes, like, whew, that'd be it. That'd be fucking it. Like, yeah. Yeah, so those are my thoughts so far. Comments, suggestions, feedback, all that shit. Do whatever fuck you want. Yeah. I'm just gonna vibe for the rest of the God, this live stream is so good. Like, seriously, check it out if you have the time. Like, please. Okay. See you soon.